Hey guys and gals, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sober Chef Eric, and today we're going to be doing my recovery vlog number 2. That's right. So hang out after this intro, and I'll be right back. Alright guys and gals, welcome back. Thanks for checking out the intro. And if you want to see more videos like this where I'm just talking about my life and how things are going, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you like it, please hit the like button. That really helps me out with the algorithms and everything for YouTube. And today I'm going to be talking about this week. And I had some really bad paranoia. And that was in part due to the fact that I got a migraine Tuesday afternoon and had to leave work after about 4 hours. Now, my boss was pretty cool about that, but then the following day, the sumatriptan I take for my migraines gives me what I call a migraine hangover. And that just means I'm completely wiped out the next day. And, I mean, no energy, foggy up here, you know, and considering I drive from property to property, if I'm not alert, man, there's so many crazy drivers out there, it's just not a good thing. And well, we were coming up on the long weekend, and all I could think about Thursday was, man, I've been calling off a lot lately, and I'm hoping that my boss is going to be cool with. They've been cool with my mental health days. You know, I'm completely honest and upfront with them. They know about my mood disorders. They know about my struggle trying to get a medicine regimen that's going to work for me. But then on Friday, my paranoia just got really bad. And I was just thinking all day, they're going to call me in to fire me. They're going to call me in to fire me. And so after they let us off work an hour early, and when I got home, I tried to lay down because I was just wiped out. And paranoia started kicking in, man. Sorry, you're going to get fired. 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 You did this wrong. You did that wrong. You did this wrong. So I was just emotionally wiped out, and I got to the point where I called my boss, and normally I don't bother them after work hours, but I called her and I was like, you know, are you going to fire me? And had to leave a voicemail, and then she called me back about a half hour later. She's like, I don't understand what that voicemail was about. And I said, well, my paranoia has been really bad. And today I can't get it out of my mind that you guys are going to fire me. You and Jeremiah are just, you know, sick of my call-outs. And she said that every week when she meets with the guy that's in charge of the whole commercial property management part of the maintenance, they talk every week. And she said, yeah, it comes up, but you know, Jeremiah asks if it's a problem because we keep getting great comments from the property managers and, you know, the assistant property managers and everything. We love the job you're doing. You're a great employee, and we understand it. It's going to take some time to get this figured out. And she's like, so don't worry about getting fired. And had I not made that call and had I not reached out, I wouldn't have got anything accomplished this weekend, because the whole weekend I would have just been thinking, man, on Tuesday they're going to call me in, they're going to fire me. You know, they're going to ask for all my stuff, and there goes my benefits, and there goes, you know, well, most of my PTO I've used up. I get 3 weeks a year, and I've used most of it that I've accrued due to mental health days. So, but the lesson to learn out of all this is have somebody to give you a reality check. If you have somebody that you can trust and that knows you, and you know that you can reach out to when you're struggling, or if your boss, if it's something at work, your supervisor, if you've been upfront and honest with them, communication's the key. And I got a lot of validation from that phone call, and I could have swore, granted, it was this telling me that, not this. And so, like I say, the lesson that I learned, and I've learned in the past, is, you've got to reach out to somebody. And it's the toughest thing to do when you're struggling. I understand. I get it. But when you're struggling, a great analogy is you've seen those houses that are on the beach and they're on the stilts. Well, each one of those stilts is somebody in your support system. And say you've only got 2 or 3 and a storm comes through, that house might not stand. But if you keep adding, and whether it be, your supervisor, and I suggest letting somebody at work that's above you, whether it be HR or somebody, because nowadays they can't discriminate against people with mental health, according to the ADA, the American with Disability Act. So if you let them know what's going on, it doesn't have to be your direct supervisor, but find somebody in your benefits office that you can talk to about it. And you might be able to fill out like a voluntary leave paperwork where basically, it's, you say, I deal with this and I deal with migraines or whatever the case may be, something that's going to cause you to miss work. And a lot of times, if you haven't got a year in yet, that will suffice. And then once you've been there a year, you can apply for FMLA, the Family Medical Leave Act. And that's a federally protected thing where you can take up to 12 weeks a year. Granted, they can require you to use your PTO or vacation days or sick days or whatever. It's up to each individual company on that. But it's a federally protected act, and it's all you got to do is have your doctor fill it out, and they can just, if you have diabetes, you can get FMLA. If you have any chronic illness, chronic pain, which I suffer from 3 bulging discs in my neck, but you get that paperwork, and then if you have to call off for whatever reason, your boss has already kind of got a heads up because you filled out some paperwork. And so I think instead of living in fear at work of like, if I call off, they're going to can me, so if that's one thing you can get out of this today is definitely always, if you're struggling, talk to somebody. And if you're missing work, talk to your supervisor, talk to your boss, find somebody at work, because nowadays, especially if it's a corporation, they have to have training and all this stuff. They have to be trained on ADA. So even if they don't get it, like my direct supervisor, I don't think she understands mental illness because she doesn't deal with it. But I've kind of given her some insight into what I deal with. And I was scared as heck when I first started talking to her about it. And she has been accepting. She's been caring, and she just wants me to be better and get my med regimen figured out so I can be, a better employee, because even when I'm having a cruddy day, I still show up. I still try to do my job, but there's some days where I just cannot get out of bed. And, so on those days, I have to notify her as soon as possible. Normally I'll know by 5:30 in the morning if I'm not going to be able to work that day due to whatever reason. So, guys, gals, if you like the video, please hit a thumbs up. And something new to my channel, you'll see down in the description. You'll have all my contacts, my email that I just set up for this channel. You'll see my Instagram, and you'll also see a new thing, Buy Me a Coffee. So if you want to help support the channel and you like my content, please subscribe. And if you have the means, it'd be greatly appreciated if you want to support the channel. That's an easy way you can do it. And it also helps offset the cost for when I do cooking tutorials, because I have to buy all that stuff and buy all the groceries. But, you know, like I say, reach out. And remember, life's too short to eat bad food.